Hey, we got Drewz Viewz here, and I'm back for a little Anime Monday, reacting to them anime on a Monday. And today I'm on the penultimate episode of season 1 of My Hero Academia, episode 12, which may be called All Might. Huh. Alright then. All Might? Alright. He's here now, so it is alright. Or is it? He popped in his, superhero form to the dome where the students are fighting, and as well as his two colleagues who are badly beaten down now. But we know it's the same day and everything, so he probably doesn't have too much left to go in terms of he only gets 3 hours a day or something of his actual power now. Also, the villain team has a foil for him that's supposed to be able, they think is apparently going to be able to defeat him. So is he even the best person to fight this thing? We'll see. Is he going to need Deku's help as well? Maybe, but of course it's the same thing. If this guy is against All Might, is good for fighting All Might, he should be good for fighting Deku as well. At the end of last episode, the villains were about to actually leave, thinking it was game over, since Aida had got out and warned people before All Might actually came in. Now it seems like they're going to stay and fight, so interesting. Maybe it would have been better just to not have him. We'll see. And I'm trying to figure out or remember what some of these villains' names are. I didn't really learn them, but so the one guy is kind of a bird-ish looking big guy. That's the one that's against, they're saying is as strong as All Might. Aizawa erased his quirk, but he was still strong anyway. It didn't really matter. We don't know what his quirk is. Let's see, I'm scrubbing back a little bit through the last episode. Yeah, 13 was put out of action but not killed by Kurugiri. There's apparently the purple smoke guy who has the portals, was shooting them around. Although he is corporeal because Uraraka was able to lift him up, touch him, and get him lifted. That's how Aida escaped. And then this other guy seems to kind of be in charge here. What is his name? The guy with the hands all over, who's kind of creepy. He was impressed by Eraserhead, and he was about to kill Frog Girl before the end there, when Deku stepped in, but then still wasn't able to take down. What they did name the guy. I noticed it when I was editing my last episode, that they did name this anti-hero piece, but where was it now? Oh well, whatever. Maybe they'll say it again this time. They probably will. So let's get right into it. Should be an All Might battle. Let's do it. Right, the principal and him were having tea. He considers those two as juniors, huh? I don't think they would necessarily like that. Aizawa wouldn't, at least. Gonna go through a lot of ties that way, All Might. Of course, none of the students know about his limitations other than Deku, of course. Harsh words. These guys are shocked. Man, that is gnarly. He's like a birdman with a brain on the outside, though. Well, I'm saying bird. He doesn't really have wings or anything, I guess, but he just looks like a raven or something. This guy knows something about it. Nomu, that's the name. Nope. Tap onto his open brain there, see if that does anything. Oh, we're getting the scoop here. Ooh. Gouge out his flesh. Oh, he did say it out loud. Well, you gotta bring in some other teachers or heroes in here, huh? Nomu sounds like it would be a trendy Japanese restaurant in LA or something. It's a team effort, huh? Okay. He's gonna do something foolish, probably. Oh, Kachan. And that Fire Ice Man. Now we're talking. Dark, yeah, that's his name. That's pretty crazy. The Nobu's like in two halves, like frozen through the portal. Not as heavy as it used to be with some of his elbow taken off there. Still think it's game over? That's true, because Uraraka was able to touch him last time. No. Is that what these guys are called? The League of Villains? What's going on? Kinda lag. Can you regenerate those? Looks like you can. You need some of that, All Might. Human sandbag. Yikes. All Might. It's always a joke how Deku's plain looking, right? He has green hair. I know that's, I guess, normal in animes, but... Boom. literal fist fight where they're just hitting each other's fists. Dude. How can something be more than 100%? Knocked him up out of the dome. Wow. Home run. Now you guys are getting it. He's not even going to be in a stun shape right now.
やはり衰えた。全盛期なら5発も撃てば十分だ。以上も撃ってしまった。お互い早めに決着つけたいね。
How is that a cheat? Alright. So, All Might shows why he's the top dog even with his problems. I was thinking, like, he did say, like, oh, I only have a minute left. I guess it is, like, pretty much just a strict time limit. Rather than, I was thinking maybe he, like, with, like, mental fortitude or whatever, in, like, this situation, he could get, like, a little extra out of it. But it did seem to be a straight time limit thing. I don't know, though. It's hard to tell. Obviously said 300 shots when I used to only take 5 or whatever, but that was pretty crazy. I guess he's gonna, I mean, now he's gonna have to, like, the other two are still there, the other two villains, but he doesn't want to show them, certainly, what happens when he gets all thin and emaciated like that, or the other students either, but I don't know. We'll see what happens in the finale. Yeah, so the villain, like the hand villain guy, I still don't know what his name is, but he was, like, starting to go into, like, a speech of why he was doing this, but then All Might just called him out and, like, no, you just want to, like, cause problems or do violence for the fun of it or something like that. So, and he's like, oh, he's right. It's kind of silly how, like, they're talking back and forth when, like, all the noise is going on. Like, there's no way they would hear what each other are saying, but stylistic choice. Kind of like in, like, the Fast and Furious movies when they're, like, in their cars with the windows up going 140 miles an hour and they're, like, having short conversations back and forth, like, and somehow hear each other. Yeah. So Nomu, is he, like, I guess his quirk is the shock absorption, but then he can regenerate because of something they did to him, like, scientifically? Or is that regeneration his quirk, or does he have multiple quirks somehow? Or, I mean, he does seem like an experiment of some kind, but I don't know. I mean, the other heroes or people in this world are not exactly human either, so I guess he's gonna come down eventually and regenerate. He's gone halfway around the world right now off that home run shot, but yeah, so a few episodes are in a row wrapping up this Dome storyline. I assume they'll all be out of it. Next time we'll check in with Mr. Aizawa and 13, who are both obviously unconscious right now, but very badly beaten. See if the principal shows up again, what he has to say. I would think all the rest of the teachers would be rushing in by this point. You can't tell exactly how much time it's been. I mean, like, the last 2 episodes have probably taken place over, what, literally, like, maybe 10 minutes of real time or something like that, but yeah, I would think everyone else would be getting in there by now. And the hand guy said they're the League of Villains. They might have mentioned that in a previous episode. I don't remember, but I guess this going to be like an ongoing, obviously season 1's about over now, but there's a lot of episodes past this. Is, like, this going to be the main villain group, or is this just, like, a season 1 storyline? I don't know. I mean, I'd like to see them open the world up more and see everything going on, so I hope it continues, but they don't seem to be, I don't know, I was getting the sense there's some other people behind them pulling the strings, just because that would make more sense, especially because most of the villains other than those main 3 were kind of weak, but and then, yeah, it was cool when Deku's coming in and try to be the hero stupidly again when he's gonna get wrecked, but Cat-chan jumped in front of him this time. That was good. And then it was funny too when it's the other kids like looking at Cat-chan's face when he's like threatening to get that one guy. He's like, "Is this? That's not the look of a hero," which it isn't. But I mean, I guess it's kind of what the hand guy was saying a little bit in his speech about like the cycle of violence or whatever. Why heroes get to do this or that. And I was thinking like, oh yeah, like Cat-chan right there, that could tie in. But then it was like he was just making excuses anyway, I guess. So yeah, and the finale I'm excited for. We'll see what if more people find out about All Might's secret here, or he's just gonna get built up as more of a legend over this by the students. We'll see, yeah, if we get more on this League of Villains and how they're gonna transition it into season 2, what we have in store. Maybe the one thing from the season so far that they do a lot, and they've done it in this episode too, is that they keep doing these flashbacks to stuff we already saw. It's kind of like that's how Deku's like building himself up to a little bit, so I get it in that sense, but at the same time it seems a little fillery at some points where they just keep putting these flashback scenes in. So I don't know if that's to save money or something, because this was the first season, and I know all the seasons after this have like 24 episodes, or they have a lot more episodes than this one, so presumably they would have got more money to do all that if they're expanding it like that. But so I'm kind of hoping they don't continually do all these flashbacks of stuff we saw, but we'll see. It's not the worst thing. Yeah, but do join me back for the finale of season 1, My Hero Academia, next and a Monday. Do subscribe to the channel here if you're not. Comment, get conversation going, anything like that you may want to do. And until next time, I'm out of here. Peace.